Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Online Learning. This video is related to Cognizant Cutoff 2025 and what about the exam result. As we know that the second phase examination is completed yesterday and some of the candidate completed their examination by today. So what about the Aptitude Tech exam cutoff? And next is virtual interview, not in person. So in the video I will share the important updates with all of you. Like and share the video, all videos for all of you, and apply for opportunity. I created a playlist for Cognizant 2025 batch specific. Everything is present in this playlist. Technical assessment cutoff, exam cutoff result, exam result is declared for the first phase, interview is started, 10 my interview experience. I will share the multiple interview experience as soon as possible. Okay, so everything I am sharing with all of you. Okay, so let's start. First of all, many of the candidates, they are selected from our channel. Hi, I got selected for the GenC next role in Cognizant, which I applied through your YouTube channel. So the thing is, you have to apply for opportunity and you have to crack the examination. So we know that the communication assessment is the first round and the second round is online assessment, which consists of aptitude assessment and technical assessment. So all the three rounds, like round 1, round 2 and round 3, we can compromise like this. Round 3 means round 2 is aptitude and round 3 is technical, but it is the same like round 2. And after completing is this offline technical interview, but no more offline technical interview. Now the interview is virtual from your home. Okay, so it is for GenC Next, GenCPro and GenC role, and this time they are not describing the role. They are directly taking the virtual interview according to your performance in the examination and interview. They will, after the when you receive the LOI, they will mention the final role, for which role you are shortlisted. Okay, so let's start. First of all, candidates shared this update with me. This update is received by 2024 batch candidates, and from now that 2025 batch candidate also received the same update, that we would to inform that interview initially planned to be held in person will now to be conducted virtually. Please keep a watch on Superset registered email ID. One most important point that I have to mention, this is the 2025 batch update. 2025 batch phase 1 candidate received this update on 9th May. Cognizant campus hiring eligible for virtual technical interview. Dear candidate, greetings from Cognizant. We are pleased to inform that you have been shortlisted for next step in hiring process and eligible for virtual technical interview between 10th to 21st May. Okay, in between this date you will receive the direct interview mail from the Superset team. You have to log into Superset portal and you have to complete your interview, as your next step is technical interview. Let's discuss about the Cognizant exam result and timeline. First of all, we know that one stop registration, communication assessment, second is aptitude and technical assessment, and after that technical interview will be there. Now the technical interview is virtual, so no need to worry about that. Okay, after that letter of intent, LOI, and it is mandatory to appear for communication, aptitude and technical assessment to be eligible for technical interview. ये फर्स्ट, सेकंड और थर्ड असेसमेंट, ये तीनों असेसमेंट आपके कंप्लीट होना चाहिए, तभी आपको टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू का मेल आएगा. Please note, if selected, candidate will join as a fresher, as no prior work experience will be considered. So this is the 2024 batch trends. Okay, on the communication assessment on March 4, aptitude assessment on March 5, technical assessment on March 7, and candidate received the result in 14th March after 7 days of timeline, and after 14 days of timeline candidate received the interview update. Okay, at that time the interview is in person. Now the process is very changed. Okay, the process. So what about the 2025 batch expected result timeline? This is related to phase 1, as we know that currently the phase 1 and phase 2s are ongoing for the Cognizant. So communication on 17th April, aptitude on 21st and 22nd April, and technical on 25th April. According to previous timeline, within 7 days of examination you will receive the result, but actual result date is 9th May. So after 14 days of completion of technical examination, candidate received the final result. Okay, so after 14 days of exam, so the timeline of result is 7 to 14 days. Okay, so what about the phase 2? So the phase 2 communication assessment on 5th May, aptitude assessment on 8th May, technical assessment assessment on 12 to 13 May. So we can expect the result in between 26th May. Okay, like most probably the timeline is 7 to 14 days. Within 7 days we will receive the result, or either 7 to 14 days. This is the update that is related to expected result timeline. Let's discuss about the Cognizant exam cutoff. You can mention in the comment section as well. Okay, what about your cutoff? Like how was your communication assessment? How was your aptitude assessment? How many number of question you solved? And what about the technical assessment? How many number of question you solved? Like this. Hello sir, aptitude 30 question, 30-minute medium level. Aptitude I solved 26 to 27. Technical I solved 4 question, 1 SQL, 2 C# and 1 web development. Okay, like this. First of all, candidate mentioned that good afternoon sir, in technical examination I solved 2 SQL, 2 Java and 1 HTML, total 5 question is solved, and my performance in aptitude is average. Okay, we can understand that the aptitude performance in average. Will I get interview mail? Candidate got the interview mail for the GenCPro role. We know that the GenC is the first role, that is a 4 LPA, and the GenCPro role is 5.4 LPA, and the GenC next role is 6.75 LPA. So according to your performance in communication assessment, aptitude assessment and technical assessment, the role will be allocated to you. Okay, but the thing is at that time the interview is virtual. At that time the interview is in person. Okay, for the 2024 batch. One of the candidate, communication performance in moderate, aptitude 23 plus, gaming 6, 11, 23, 21 level passed, technical 2 SQL plus 1 C# plus done with HTML CSS. Is there any chances for selected to GenC role? Candidate shortlisted for the GenC category role. This is for the 2024 batch. Okay, and this is the update for the candidate. Like just now I finished my interview for GenC role. Introduction, project explanation, project related question, insert value, difference between primary, index, write a query, SQL related. More focus, interviewer focuses on more focuses on SQL part. HR question, difference between abstract class and non-abstract. Okay, fine. But let's discuss about the 2025 batch update. We know that like previously at the in-person interview the timelines are different, but in the virtual interview the timelines are different. 9th May you got the result, and in just one day from 10th May to 21st May you are shortlisted for your interview, and your interview is started within just one day. So you have to be ready for your interview. Bro received a Cognizant mail 2025 batch. So I asked to candidate how many question you solved in aptitude and technical. So the communication is average, aptitude 20 plus, coding SQL 2 solve, C# only 1 question, plus 1 question only solved, 7 test cases passed. So only 3 question is solved by candidate. Okay, HTML CSS solved, JS don't. Okay, so the thing is out of 5 question candidate solved the 3 question. But according to the performance in the communication assessment, aptitude assessment and technical assessment, candidate received the shortlisted mail from the Cognizant team. So the cutoff varies. We will see the cutoff, and this is a first phase update. So let's discuss about the exam cutoff for the Cognizant in the communication assessment. Okay, what about the cutoff? They will check in all the section how was your performance. Okay, how you perform in reading and listening section, how you perform in the speaking section, how you perform in the grammar section, how you perform in the listening and comprehension section, like this. What about the aptitude assessment? We know that aptitude assessment time is 80 minutes and total 2 sections are there. Okay, aptitude exam time is 80 minutes and 2 sections are there, that is a quants and game based aptitude. So 30 question 30 minutes for the quants, and for the game based aptitude 4 section 9 minutes per section, and these are the section: deductive reasoning, switch challenge, gap challenge, motion challenge and inductive reasoning CLX. What about the aptitude assessment cutoff? So we know that in the quant there is a 13 to 30 question 30 minutes. So 14 to 20 question is the generally cutoff. Suppose you solve the 20 to 25 plus question correct, or if you solve the 25 plus question right, okay, so there is a high chances that you cleared the cutoff. And for the gamified assessment there is a easy to medium, 4 section and level based. How many level you passed? Suppose 6 level, 11 level, 23 level, okay, 25 level, like this. How many number of level you passed, they will check, and in the quant they will check how many number of questions are correct in the quantitative aptitude. Suppose you solve the 20 plus question correct, there is a high chances that you cleared the cutoff, because we have a proof from candidate solve the 20 plus question correct in the aptitude, communication average, and in the coding 2 SQL is solved and C# only 1 question. HTML CSS not done. We know that total 5 questions are there. Only 3 questions are solved. Candidate shortlisted for the interview. So the thing is, according to your overall performance, they will shortlist you for that. And what is the cutoff depends on various factor. The cutoff depends on various factor: number of open position seats, difficulty level, high and low cutoff, sectional and overall cutoff are there, aptitude and tech assessment, cutoff according to role voice, GenC Next and GenCPro, but this time they are not disclosing the role, so we are not sure about this. Okay, let's discuss about the technical exam cutoff. We know that CL1, cluster 1, cluster 2 and cluster 3 are there, and I will simplify for all of you. Java, okay, and Python and C# will be there. So technical assessment cluster 1, total 5 questions are there: Java 2 coding, SQL 2 coding and HTML CSS 1 question. And in the cluster 2, Python 2 coding question, SQL programming 2 question, SQL 2 question and cloud MCQ, total 10 MCQ. And cluster 3, C# 2 coding question, SQL 2 question and HTML CSS JS 1 question. Okay, so there are multiple conditions in the technical assessment. Suppose you see on my screen first, one of the candidate who solved the 5 question completely, he got the GenCPro role. One of the candidate who solved only 3 question, he got the GenC role. Okay, some of the candidate they solved the complete question, 5 question. Their aptitude assessment performance is very good. Their communication assessment performance is very good. So there is a high chances of GenC Next role. Okay, so according to cluster wise, the cutoff will be there. Suppose you solve the 2 coding question, done. 2 SQL done, HTML CSS done. There is a high chances of GenC Next interview call, but they will check, sorry friends, but they will check the aptitude assessment and communication assessment performance as well. How you perform in communication assessment and aptitude assessment. Suppose you solve the 1 to 1.5 coding, 2 SQL is done, HTML CSS done, there is a chances of GenCPro interview call. Okay, there is a GenCPro interview call. According to your performance in the technical assessment, there is a chances. Okay, suppose you solve the no coding, 2 SQL is done and HTML CSS is done. Is there any chances of GenC interview call or not? So totally depends on Cognizant team. There are multiple condition, guys. 2 coding done, no SQL done, HTML CSS, chances of which interview call. Now they will check how you perform in aptitude assessment, how you perform in communication assessment, and how you perform in technical assessment. This will determine your eligibility. 2 coding done, 1 SQL done, HTML CSS done, means 2 done, 1 SQL is done and HTML CSS is done. Total 4 question you solved. Okay, so यहाँ पर क्या होता है, यहाँ पर मैं आपको एक चीज़ बताना चाहता हूँ. You can understand from my this point. Communication assessment, they are checking your performance. In aptitude examination, they are checking how many marks. This is the example, how many marks you scored from the overall marks. Okay, उनके जितने मार्क्स है उसमें से आपने कितने मार्क्स स्कोर करे. सिमिलरली वो टेक्निकल असेसमेंट के लिए भी ऐसे ही चेक करते हैं. सो द थिंग इज you have to perform very well in the communication assessment, technical assessment and the aptitude assessment. Okay, what about the Cognizant interview preparation? I already created video for all of you that is related to GenC interview. Okay, you can go to this playlist, you will find this video, GenC interview started, and I will share the interview experience with all of you. You have to prepare for your interview. Okay, I hope you like the video, and this is the detailed video from Cognizant. Thanks for watching the video.